Marriage equality passes in the House. Every Democrat and more than 40 Republicans voted in favor of a new federal law to protect same-sex and interracial marriage.
Well, now the bill is headed to the Senate, where its chances of passage are very much in question. KCAL9 political reporter Tom Wade is here now to explain what happens next, Tom.
And it was interesting, Pat and Juan, to see the vote today. More than 40 Republicans, as you said, but more than 150 Republicans voted against marriage equality. So we'll have that breakdown more in just a second here. But the bill was created after the Supreme Court sent shockwaves through the country when the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. So now Democrats are trying to pass laws protecting things like marriage equality and abortion rights. The problem is they face a Senate where they just don't have the votes.
Mr. Speaker, love is love.
History on the House floor as marriage equality wins with bipartisan support.
The bill is passed.
All Democrats and 47 Republicans voted in favor of the bill, which enshrines same-sex and interracial marriage into federal law.
This crucial bill reaffirms our commitment to a promise of equality for all, erasing further discrimination still on the books against same-sex marriage, and protecting the constitutional right to marriage equality, including interracial marriage.
Today's vote is about love. The love that couples have for each other and the government's role in respecting that love regardless of their sex or race.
Congressman Adam Schiff represents West Hollywood.
And what we did in the House today is pass legislation that says basically regardless of what the Supreme Court may decide in the future, we want gay marriage and marriage equality, interracial marriage to be the law of the land.
Although dozens of Republicans voted in favor of the bill, more than 150 voted against it.
This bill is simply the latest installment of the Democrats' campaign to delegitimize and attempt to intimidate the United States Supreme Court. Started when President Trump nominated Brett Kavanaugh. That was just too much for the left to bear, and they launched a smear campaign in an attempt to derail his nomination.
Democrats introduced the bill in the wake of the overturning of Roe versus Wade, fearing the conservative Supreme Court majority might strike down marriage equality next.
What we're seeing now is an effort by lawmakers to try and push back at this very conservative Supreme Court and to say, you can't erase these rights. You can't erase the right to marry. You can't erase the right to obtain contraception. We're going to try it, write it into the federal code.
The bill now goes to the Senate, where its fate is at best uncertain, but most likely doomed. In order to pass, all Democrats and 10 Republicans would need to vote it through.
Getting to 60 votes in the Senate is always hard, but there's a real, momentum around trying to protect these rights. And, Susan Collins as a co-sponsor is a great signal, but obviously we have to go more than that. We had a lot of Republicans in the House who had previously not supported marriage equality vote yes.
Another reason Democrats pushed for this bill, Justice Clarence Thomas, when voting to overturn Roe versus Wade, also wrote separately that the court should reconsider past precedents, including same-sex marriage and access to contraception. But Republicans say the majority opinion on the court did not go that far. Back to you.